Bill Gates has announced he's resigning from the board of the tech giant he co-founded 4 decades ago. He's also leaving his board post at Berkshire Hathaway.
Tonight, passing the torch at the Walt Disney Company. The board announcing Bob Iger stepping down as CEO effective immediately.
Well, first, I've got to tell you, Mr. Bunga, I didn't expect it, but I know that you felt that there's a certain period of time that you should run the place, and then you should. So tell us why now.
Well, I think I've had a great run, and it's been 10 years. And when I joined, I told everybody that I'd give it a 10-year crack. This is the 11th year, and so it's time.
The world's wealthiest family moved $48 billion of Walmart Inc. stock to a different holding company in an action that may signal future share sales and bolster their philanthropy.
This morning, Uber CEO Travis Kalanick is out of a job, stepping down as CEO of the company he founded back in 2009.
We also want to bring you up to speed with the situation on airlines today, in particular investment in airlines from one Warren Buffett, who told our editor-in-chief Andy Serwer recently he wasn't looking to sell the airlines, and yet over the weekend we learned he had done just that, or at least sold some of his stake.
First to Tim Sloan, Michelle, how much of a shock is this? I mean, Romain pointed out beautifully that it was a couple of hours ago that Warren Buffett was saying, look, I'm 100% behind this man.
I mean, I'm definitely shocked, but you can't say that it wasn't expected. This is something that people have been telegraphing, maybe falsely for a long time. Obviously, Wells Fargo faced a lot of pressure, a couple weeks ago during the House Financial Services Committee hearing to replace Sloan. And so, I mean, I'm just shocked that it happened now.
Is there anything we can read into the fact that it is happening now and that it's happening without a replacement, a clear replacement in place?
For every dollar of debt that's going to come due, the cash that is held in the hands of the borrower is 12 cents, and that doesn't begin to cover it. So you could have a classic modern version of what we used to call a run on the banks, or a bank panic, or a monetary panic. And let's not forget, what led to the crisis of 2008 was the inability of people who couldn't afford it to pay back the mortgages they had taken out, and then the system fell apart based on that failure of the debt to be repayable.
The odds are shifting very quickly to this could be it, because we
okay, now hold on a second, Harry, because you throw out numbers here.
Higher than
I just want to make sure
the bubbles are off the charts,
okay.
and so this could be the beginning. Here's the trick, and it's very difficult when bubbles burst, and we've researched every major stock bubble in the last century. The first whack is 40% on average in 2 to 3 months.
40%.
So the problem is it's almost better to hedge. We're telling right now options are cheap. It's better to hedge your portfolio than necessarily get out. But it's better to hedge or get out early, because once this thing happens, it'll happen so quick that people won't know it.
You're saying, look, the crash is coming, the huge sell-off is coming, and it's because of debt.
Picture yourself in one of these scenarios. You go shopping and your credit card transaction is denied despite the fact that you know you have money in your account. Or you go to an ATM machine and you're informed that your withdrawal request has been denied. Or you're a public official, such as a school business administrator, county treasurer, municipal finance manager, pension fund administrator, or anyone who has responsibility for protecting public taxpayer funds. You're informed that all accounts have been frozen until further notice. As you investigate why you can't access money you know should be available, you find out that the bank has failed and has been closed until further notice by the FDIC. You may have placed your money into one of the big banks because it has large vaults and is protected by the government. You may have placed public monies into a large bank because they're collateralized and the government will back them. Therefore, you think these funds are safe. All of these assumptions are not based on the facts. Perhaps you recall that in Cyprus, depositors' money was confiscated in order to stabilize the banks. Similar plans are already in place to do the same in the U.S. and other countries.
Rob, there are 101 county coroners in the state of Illinois and 1 medical examiner here in Cook County. Earlier today, all of them got on a conference call to talk about their concerns handling bodies that may have been exposed to COVID-19. And so after that phone call, the Cook County medical examiner talked with the I-Team.
A caseload surge. It could be hundreds of cases, thousands of cases. We need to be prepared for it.
Here at the Cook County morgue, this trailer is a sign that the number of coronavirus deaths is likely to get far worse. It is a refrigerated unit with a large sheet of plywood to block the view when bodies are moved. These trailers were needed in the 1995 heat wave when nearly 740 died during a blistering 5-day stretch. Here this afternoon, yellow tape, not marking a crime scene, just displaying the word caution, and that is an important word these days.
These cases are going into the refrigerated trailer, and we're doing the external exam and the swabs in the trailer.
In most cases, she tells the I-Team COVID-19 can be confirmed safely through a lab test and external exam, not subjecting doctors and technicians to possible aerosol contamination during a more dangerous internal exam. What is the worst case scenario in this?
The worst case scenario would be, a lot more deaths than an office can handle.